exchange where we can't just continue to print money, just like with fiat and kind of how all that goes down with just the regular dollar, right? So this article here from dailyhodl.com is just stating how Gary Gensler is just doubling down, right? And that's essentially what I just talked about, and how he's kind of wanting to classify any and all crypto, any and all altcoins, including Ethereum and everybody below, as security, right? And if that's the case with the Security Exchange Commission, that's their whole job, is to regulate things that are deemed securities, right? So that could be a potential downside for crypto eventually. I don't think that it's going to actually occur. Even the ex-chairman of the SEC says that Gary's been on kind of this tirade, and he's been attacking certain crypto that he has no right to attack, aka XRP going to the Supreme Court. I think that personally think that's going to get dropped, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, moving on, Houbi, I just did a video the other day on some China news coming out of there, and kind of what that could mean for retail investors, big investors as a whole, for any resident that lives in China, right? So if the ban on crypto gets lifted for China, that's around 200 million wallets, the active wallets, the largest area in the world that has active crypto wallets, I would say, in comparison to the US, which is like 80 million wallets. Pretty crazy to think about. So with Houbi being a exchange out of China, if they do essentially, like it says here, they've joined the BitTorrent chain. BitTorrent, mostly widely known for putting out, torrent, videos, games, and stuff like that. But they did launch their own chain a while back. I was just talking about with the layer 2 solution for Ethereum being BTTC, Tron BNB chain. They were also launched on the chain back in 2021. Yeah, so I mean, that could be very promising, very bullish news for crypto as a whole. If you are jumping in here, yes, it does say Bitcoin Live Watch, and I will get back to the charting, which you see here momentarily. This is just the 1 minute chart along with the 15-minute percentage chart on the bottom with an RSI indicator in the middle. We'll keep the watch list off to the side as well. Looks like, yeah, Graph's having a really good day. Filecoin also out of China, hint, hint, right? Not financial advice, but Filecoin is also a bullish project of mine that I think is not going anywhere, but up, especially once we hit that bull run. So anyways, invest wisely when it comes to that. Do not listen to me and only me. Do your own research. Right? Moving on. FTX here, it says also on the dailyhodl.com that debtors are essentially asking for their money back, right? So some the donations that were going to recipients on both sides of the political party, both Democratic and Republican, are being asked for their funds back from the people who donated, right? And so with that, we'll kind of see what happens here. Here's just kind of a quote, to the extent such payments are not returned voluntarily, the FTX debtors reserve the right to commence action before the bankruptcy court to require that, they're able to return such payments, as it states here, as you can see. So yeah, not looking good for those that had made those donations. They're going to have to come up with them in some way, shape, or form, it sounds like. So hopefully that, I don't see FTX being able to help with that, is kind of what I'm getting at here. So those that did donate, multiple millions of donations going to both sides of the party, with Sam Bankman-Fried kind of being deemed essentially a conspiracy to commit election fraud, essentially, is kind of what one of his 12 charges are going to come down to. We'll see kind of what's to come of that. And then lastly, I wanted to just touch on some updates with Coinbase. I'm personally not a huge fan of Coinbase, just being that you don't own your crypto if you hold your crypto on their exchange. But it is, good for the industry when there's major moves like Coinbase releasing, their major update, Base being another layer 2 platform that developers are going to be able to build apps off of, dApps commonly referred to. And it also states here maybe some not so great news, right? So they're delisting BUSD, right? CZ's Binance stablecoin. Essentially the SEC had recently attacked as well. Back to Gary Gensler and his tirade that he's been on. It's kind of wild what he's been doing, but personally, I don't see that going away for a little while. I think Gary Gensler is going to continue to attack the market. That's fine, right? That's totally okay. I think it's just going to strengthen the reason why crypto even exists in the first place. I don't see XRP failing to come out on top through the Supreme Court case that's to come. That's just me personally, not financial advice. I just don't see them being labeled a security that the government's going to be able to regulate. I just don't think it's going to happen, nor do a lot of crypto lawyers, right? So anyways, that's all I've got for you right now. If you want to drop a comment in the chat, I appreciate you. I said, on the story that maybe brought you here on my Instagram or maybe even on my personal Facebook, I like to share those links that I would be on my lunch break during the stream. So I am, and I will be in the chat, like I said. But once my full time starts back up, I will not be able to be on camera or anything like that. I did want to just pop in and say hello to any of you guys that have been watching. It seems like there's a handful of you that do enjoy these streams. So, anyways, we'll pull the chart back up. Again, if you're just joining, the chart at here is just Bitcoin. We've got some of the top 10 coins over on the right hand side there, you can see, and we will keep this going. If you see down the bottom here, we got an active overall price of Bitcoin down in the bottom left since market open. Looks like we're up almost 3% on the day, coming up on 23.7. Support right there actually is viable, very important to maintain. If we can hit 25.1 soon, that would be massive. I think that would start a big rally. You can see if I zoom way in, last night there were some bulls that were definitely going at it. You can see right here we had a major jump, and we're continuing to go in a good direction, right? So with this only being the minute chart, right? Take this from what you will with it, but for the time being, at least, personally, I think this looking pretty good. So we'll see kind of what's to come with this. I will keep the RSI indicator in the middle there. Shout out to one of our mods, Dalton Fresh Streams on YouTube. He requested the RSI, so we'll keep the RSI on there, as well as the 15-minute percent change. So if you have any requests on any crypto you want to see me stream about, produce news on, report news on, feel free to drop that in the chat as well. Again, my name is Nate Muze, hence the Muze News Crypto. And I would love to see you drop a subscription, smash the like button, all that good stuff. And I will do my best to engage back. Find me on Instagram too. That's one really good way to communicate with me. More than happy to chat with you and hear you out. If you maybe want to be a moderator, even, I would be more than happy to chatting with you, vetting you, making sure that you're not up to any any bad things, I should say, and we'll go from there. So, anyways, hope to see you guys chat, and I will talk to you soon. Keep this going for maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. We'll see, depending on how things are going. So, anyways, talk to you soon.